Hey everybody, Multi-Classic Gamer here. Welcome back to Metroid Prime Trilogy. This episode is the finale of Metroid Prime 1. Today we are at the Impact Crater, which is somewhere here is the source of all the Phazon corruption and spread on Tallon IV. Today we're going to find and eliminate the source. So, let's carry on, shall we? Now, starting off in this first room right here, we got some new enemies. These are Lumigex, Phazon-charged reptiles. Natives of Tallon IV, the Lumigex travel in swarms to increase their odds of survival. They absorb and radiate Phazon energy, making these swarms a threat. But there's more to this. You can see our warning meter is rising. And that's because the Phazon here can still damage our Phazon suit. Yeah, our Phazon suit does not protect us from the Phazon that's in here. I guess it's too concentrated or something. Whatever the case may be, it's not the blue Phazon that we are impervious to. So, we have to avoid this stuff. And I think these Lumigex will continue to spawn, like, infinitely, so there's no point in trying to clear them out. And you'll notice that I'm low on missiles here. This is actually not much of a concern, as you might think it is. Because not too far up here is the third and final missile recharge station. But the problem with this giant room here, this Phazon core, which is not where the source is, but instead, this is our kind of like the path to the core of sorts, the actual source of the Phazon. Pursuing behind us is a Fission Metroid, and yeah, these guys are pretty annoying in here. And not only that, but they spawn infinitely. It's a huge room, but there are two Fission Metroids that will only continue to respawn infinitely, no matter how long you're in here. So it's best to avoid them unless they start to, interfere with you climbing to the top of this room, because it requires some careful jumping and platforming and whatnot. But anyways, here's that missile recharge station. Alright, so 250 missiles. I'm short 2 power bombs. Well, actually, I don't think that's an issue. You will need power bombs for the final boss. Not for the entire boss fight, only for a certain part of it. And also down 10 energy, which isn't that bad. No problem. Okay. I'm going to clear out these Fission Metroids once, and that should be all I need to do. I'm going to wait for them to get close together, though, because if one's far apart, far away from us, then it won't matter if we use the power bomb. So there we go. Let's clear out both of them, and then immediately make our way to the end, because they're going to respawn, usually at the bottom of the room. So that'll be a problem to us if we don't hurry to the end. My friend Ultra64 Fan 1, she did not finish this game, and this was the room that stopped her from finishing it. And it was mainly because of those 2 Metroids. So yeah, it's quite a pain in the ass. Now, if you want to, you could just simply run through this. I'm not going to. I'd like to have as close to full energy as possible going through here. So you can simply run through this and take the damage, or you can just spider ball your way through. It doesn't take that long. But yeah, this is the second to last room right here, so be prepared to fight the final boss of the game right past this door. Here we go. That thing is massive. Seems to be sleeping or something. But either way, this is what the Chozo were blocking from making its way to the rest of the planet. So the giant creature's going to wake from its sleep, and then it's going to turn the other way, break through that wall there. We're going to follow it. Because wherever this thing is, it needs to be stopped. That much is clear. It's all the destruction it has caused the planet just sitting here. This is Metroid Prime, fitting enough. The whole game is named after the final boss, who would have thought? Metroid Prime, highly evolved, Phazon producing life form. The aberration known as Metroid Prime is the source of Phazon. It's the source of Phazon, making it immensely powerful. A genetic flaw makes it susceptible to certain weapons for brief periods. Only its head is truly vulnerable. Other attacks are a nuisance. Offensively, Metroid Prime has a number of natural and mechanical weapons at its disposal. These include ultra-frigid breath, multi-missiles, snare beams, and particle wave projectors. Its massive strength and barbed carapace make it lethal in melee combat. Recommends maximum firepower when engaging this enemy. So this fight will actually eat through our missiles, because we're going to be using a lot of our combos to quickly damage this enemy. Definitely use the beam combos whenever you get a chance to get hit in. That's what I'm going to do here. There are many phases to this fight. This first room, you don't actually go to the other side of the room, but you will in later segments. Watch out for those. I think those are called the Snare Beams. So basically it's weak to whatever colored beam it is, basically. So right now it's weak to the wave beam, but it will change colors after doing enough damage to it. This would be a good time to use the Wave Buster. I'm going to save that for later in this fight. Oh god. Sometimes it's hard to tell. Whenever it does that particular action, it's either throwing the Snare Beams at you like it just did to me, or they'll do something else, and I'll point that out once it happens. Okay, it's gonna... Oh, there it goes. Okay, to the next room. I think there are 4 rooms that you have to go through, and each time you have to damage do a quarter of damage to its... Yeah. You have to take down a quarter of its health, basically. That's how it works. Although that's clearly less than a quarter of it, so I don't know for sure. Let me go ahead and do the Wave Buster here. I'm not going to do this every single time it's in the wave. Well, I might, because usually whenever I do this battle, I can make the missiles last the entire battle, so I don't think that's a problem. So we have starting this room, each time you do enough damage, it's going to charge to the other side of the room, and it's going to switch to a different colored beam attack. And this is what you have to watch out for, is these 2 energy balls that it'll fly towards you. They will supply you with more ammo if you destroy them, but if you don't, they will simply charge towards you, and if they hit you, they can do incredible damage, and they will also stun you for a few seconds, so you won't be able to use your weapons. It's pretty annoying. They're very annoying to deal with. He seems to, or it seems to, I don't know how often it tends to use those, but it seems to be anytime you get rid of the previous ones, it just likes to resupply more than to go after you. But either way, it's got enough damage to right there. I think it switches sides 3 or 4 times in each room. Okay, so now we got the ice one. Now pretty much all you gotta do when this happens, just use the ice spreader once, but you gotta get a direct hit in order for it to work. Oh, got it right there, okay. That's all it takes to damage you enough to charge the other side of the room. Or simply move on to the next room. There's that too. This fight's pretty easy. I think even hyper mode's not that bad. Okay. Oh. Uh-oh. Yeah, sometimes you'll do this move too, where it tries to pull you in. When that happens, you gotta get in some warp ball mode to get out of it. And boost ball your way out, that is. Oh, it's doing it again. Seems to going the Meta Ridley route and just using the same move over and over again. Let's try this again. Oh god. Snare Beams. They get me every time, I swear. It takes a few super missiles to bring it down though. There we go. And of course, it goes without saying, anytime it does that that ice pillar move, just you gotta jump out of the way. Okay. Oh. Okay, wave busting time, okay. Oh, after I clear out these things first. I would definitely recommend just take the time to clear these out whenever they appear, because they will resupply your missiles and energy, so I would just take the opportunity to do that and save yourself some energy. Oh wow, I destroyed them immediately when they respawned. Wow. I've done that before. Oh, again? Seriously? Dang it. They don't have to be that close to you to explode and impact you either, so just watch out. Ready for the snares that time. I think those are the snares, I'm not sure. Okay, it's Wave Buster time. But I'm gonna stop real quick just to clear this out. Oh god. Yeah, that laser attack also hurts quite a bit. There we go. Next room yet? Nope, not quite. Okay. Still, we haven't lost a lot of missiles yet. We've been refilling them. So we're doing pretty good here. Oh, plasma time. Okay. Yeah, this won't last long, because the Plasma Beam does incredible damage, so when it switches to this, first of all, it looks like a Black Widow, but second of all, yeah, that's when it's time to do some incredible damage to it. Oh, after clearing these out, of course, I do not want to be at the receiving end of these energy balls, or whatever they're called. Oh god. Yeah, that either. Direct hit, the charge beam there, alright. Yeah, it won't last long in the Plasma Beam mode, that's for sure. Alright, what's next? Now, sometimes later in the fight, it will also, like, change abruptly, too. So watch out for that. I think it's usually, like, around, like, the halfway point of the battle when it starts doing that. And we got the Ice Spreader there. Oh, God. Oh, okay, perfect. Perfect timing. Either that or I was going to have to deal with those energy balls. I'm just going to call them energy balls. Screw it. Whatever. Beam balls, energy balls, who cares? Okay, I think this is the final room of the battle. Oh, yeah, see, there it goes. Just changing abruptly. That's something you'll have to deal with at this point. Oh god. Okay, time to get clear these out. Yeah, if you're doing hyper mode, I definitely recommend clearing these out. You do not want to be at the receiving end of these, especially in hyper mode. Great, lost my suit visor for a moment there. The effects on the visor get more and more interesting in Prime 2 and 3, which is really cool. Oh, again! I got really lucky there. Again. I guess today's my lucky day. Not because I found a penny, but because I'm just having the same luck against Metroid Prime. Oh, probably gonna get hit by the things. Oh, not quite. I got lucky here. But they're really close. Oh god, they're dangerously close. Gotta destroy them. Now. Oh, too late. Yep, there it goes. Not only that, but Metroid Prime charged at me too. Oh god, what the hell was that? Okay, I'm going to end this thing's life. Oh, not quite. Don't want to take the risk. Not gonna let that happen. Oh god, yeah, sometimes this happens too. It will charge abruptly at you as well. Just without any provocation. Catch you off guard a lot, actually. Come on, there we go. You know it's the last room if you only have one indent to, you know, go through morph ball mode in. Oh god. Ah, dang it. Quite avoided there. Yeah, this part right here is what makes hyper mode so difficult. Is the fact that it just keeps on, like, it's just so unpredictable at this point. Could just use the Wave Buster. In fact, yeah, I should just be using missile combos at this point. I'm like so close to the end right here. In fact, yeah, that's it. That's the end. We just won. We beat Metroid Prime. Yeah! Or did we? Is it really over? Gotta finish the job, after all. It's time for Phase 2. The core essence of Metroid Prime. Alright, this would be your last scan. You should be getting 100% for Logbook if you got everything else. Metroid Prime, the core essence of Metroid Prime. Scan indicates that the Phazon energy form of Metroid Prime is invulnerable to all conventional weapons. Only attacks from a Phazon-fused arm cannon will damage it. It generates pools of Phazon when it attacks. Use these to fill your suit's Phazon weapon system. The entity can also spawn Metroids to assist in battle, rendering itself invisible when it does so. So it is invulnerable to everything, except for something called the Phazon Beam. We'll get into that real soon. Now, when it does that first shockwave move, reel in all of these energy, ultra energies, missiles, whatever you need. Because all those pillars will transform into that. You're not going to need... oh, wow. That's so fast. Okay, so at some point, it's going to create a pool of Phazon. When it does this, it will cycle to a... it'll become visible to that particular beam. You have to switch over to the thermal visor at that point. Or is it... No, it's Echo... no, it's the X-ray visor. when you're standing on a pool of Phazon, this will activate the Phazon Beam. Or Hyper Mode, as it's called, I guess? I don't know. I think it just called it Hyper Mode right there. But yeah, that's the only time you can damage the Metroid Prime at this point. So basically missiles are out of the question at this point, you don't need them. Power Bombs, however, are going to be extremely effective in this battle, and we'll find out real soon why. Okay, so the second time and onwards, when it creates these pools of Phazon, it will also spawn 2 Metroids. Sometimes they're regular Metroids, sometimes they're Hunters, sometimes they're Fission Metroids. Either way, just use a Power Bomb immediately to clear the map before you do anything else. Okay, so yeah, that is called Hyper Mode, okay. Gotcha, when you have the Phazon Beam activated. So it'll always cycle between normal visor, X-ray visor, internal visor, and then back to normal visor, essentially. That's the order it goes when it becomes invisible after dropping each Phazon pool. Okay. Otherwise, this battle, as long as you follow my advice here, this battle's pretty easy. I think even Hyper Mode's not that bad. So, it's kind of interesting that the Hyper Mode, the boss is actually not that bad. The final boss, that is. Now, I believe there's a trick to make the Phazon last longer, actually, from the Phazon Beam, and that is just to rapidly tap A instead of holding A the entire time. I'm going to give that a try on the next pool of Phazon, but I don't care to do that, honestly, because I'm not really in that much of a hurry to get this boss fight done, because I honestly don't find it that difficult, and I don't worry about it that much. But yeah, this is the end of Metroid Prime 1. Okay. Yeah, pretty much in between the pools of Phazon, you can't really do much. You just have to kind of avoid those shockwaves, basically. Make sure you can see it too. That's also important. I don't know if this is how you're supposed to do it, honestly. I'm not entirely sure if I did it right there, but somehow like doing that instead of holding A the entire time makes it last longer. I can't tell, honestly. But yeah, in between the pools of Phazon, this is all it does, just that ram attack, sometimes they'll try to ram at you, and other times they'll just drop these shockwaves. That's literally, that's only 2 attacks. Yeah, right there when it tries to ram at you. Okay, so now it goes into Thermal Visor and these 2 Metroids. Go. So just follow this pattern, you're all good. Oh, let's see what we're doing before we can do anything. And also where it's at. Okay, here we go. Let's just do it the regular way. And it's almost down. Should be, I think, next one's the last attack. Yeah, really not much else to say, honestly, at this point. So yeah, like I said, I missed the artist. That's the only logbook entry that I missed. In fact, actually, let's take a look. Yep, 99%, yep. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play through the game again, Hyper Mode. I'm not going to show it, but yeah, I'm going to do it specifically to do the Omega Pirate Battle in Hyper Mode for episode 24.5. And during that time, I will scan Thardis, and I'll show that. That way I can show the 100% logbook entry thing to prove that I got it. And that'll be it. Alright, that's it. The source of Phazon Tallon IV has been eliminated. Has it? Oh god, it's trying to pull Samus in. That's not good. This is not cool. Or it just stole her Phazon suit. Now would be a time for an escape sequence, right? Critical collapse imminent. Evacuate immediately. But no escape sequence. It does it for you. where's the grapple beam? She wasn't wearing that either. Did it steal the grapple beam from me as well? Damn, all this destruction. You know, people say that Samus is, like, accidentally destroys, like, every single planet she visits. That's definitely not the case with Tallon IV. She saves it. In fact, that's hardly the case of any planet in Prime Trilogy. And there it is. We get a shot of Samus's head. She seems kind of distraught over the destruction she's done, but, like, it's just... This was created specifically to house Metroid Prime, so since it fulfilled its purpose, it's not that big of a deal. I mean, I guess, aside from being a sacred Chozo place, I guess so, yeah. But that's it, folks. We are 1/3 of the way done with this trilogy. So, yeah, 26, or is it 27? I don't know, one of the two. Yeah, that's more parts than I would have liked. I was hoping to get this done by episode 25, but what can you do? Besides play better. So yeah, Prime 2 and 3 are definitely longer than this game. I don't know I guess we're gonna find out soon what my final play time is on this, but it's not gonna be entirely accurate to Let's Play itself, because there's a lot of idle time between, Let's Play episodes, inevitably. Satoru Wada, yeah, he'll be missed forever. But yeah, I guess there's not really much else to comment on. I've already said pretty much everything there is to say about the first Metroid Prime. Retro Studios did an amazing job on this. A lot of people compare this, basically say like it's 3D Super Metroid. I cannot confirm or deny whether that is true or not because I haven't played enough of Super Metroid yet. I know a lot of people have been wanting me to play that game as well, and I will someday. Pretty much all three of these games have great credits music and main menu music, but you don't get to hear the menu music except for here during the credits. But because the credits theme is essentially an extended version of the menu theme, but in Metroid Prime Trilogy you don't have the actual menus of the games, which is why I'm really glad I did Prime 3 on its original disc rather than on here. Wait till I get this. And I'm very glad on that front. Because Prime 3's main theme, that's my favorite of all three of these. In most Metroid games, you get a shot of Samus like completely without her suit, but yeah, in this game it's just the head. That's it. But either way, it's for the GameCube. They did a pretty good job with the head model, at least, especially this early on. Can't really do much with the GameCube as far as like human models go, but for what it's worth, they did a decent job there. For what technology they had at the time, being like only a year into the GameCube's life. Or less than that, actually, considering it was developed before the first year was over. I'm trying to think of it. Wasn't this game originally made for the Nintendo 64? I think it was. Or it was originally intended to be made on the N64, like it was in the playing stages probably during the N64's time. Mission final, percentage complete, 100%, total time, 8 hours, 44 minutes. Yeah, like I said, my fastest playthrough of the game is somewhere around 5 hours, 100% too, that is. And as you can see, Hyper Mode is difficulty is now active. You can play Normal Mode or Veteran Mode, either way you unlock Hyper Mode after the first playthrough. I don't remember if you get anything for 100% scans, per se. Actually, I think you do. Well, yeah, you get one of the silver credits, yeah. Yeah, there's that. But I don't know if you actually get like any specific art that is for that. But we got some Samus art for getting all the pickups and stuff. So there's that.